Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Crumb, and this is a new thriller from writer-director Chris Scotch-DiPole, and this film focuses on the story of a young couple played by Rigo Garay, who plays Shane, and Ella Ray Peck, who plays Leah. They just got married. Leah's family is very well off, and Shane is not. And there's already some tension going on as they go into their honeymoon in this secluded New York estate. But then two grifters trying to sell a crumb catching machine show up, played by John Spiridakos, who plays John, and Lorraine Farris, who plays Rose. And things get complicated and things get tense when they're pushing becomes more than just pushing and starts leaning into blackmail. And things escalate, things get crazy. And this thriller, I feel like, at an hour and 40 some odd minutes, it's like an hour and 40 minutes, it's a little messy narratively. I feel like they probably could have leaned out some of the elements within this secluded household, maybe gotten to the point a little bit quicker. But in general, it builds good tension. It has a good pace in terms of escalation. And the third act of this film really takes things to an uncomfortable place. And there's plenty of tension and some impressive filmmaking along the way. I think Scotch-DiPole does some really interesting things, especially like there's some really great drunk filmmaking, like POV capturing somebody being intoxicated. There's a thrilling car chase in it that really puts you on edge. The POV shots, how the camera moves. You can tell this was made for a small budget with lo-fi cameras for today's standards in filmmaking, but they really leverage them and use them in an impactful way to create some unnerving and uncomfortable visuals that put you on edge and put you in an uncomfortable place. I think probably Garay is the least convincing of the performances, but he still does a fine job. I think Peck does a fine job and has some bigger moments, but really it's Spiridakos and Farris who are big performances, really lean into it, and really feel authentic in this grifting couple that they portray. And as things are heightening, the tension is building, their performances keep ratcheting up, and things get way out of hand. It's thrilling. It puts you on edge. It's the kind of movie where, like, not everybody's going to get out of this situation okay. And it deals with some interesting themes in terms of classism and that dichotomy, the need for money and desperation. And those kinds of elements help elevate this thriller because, by all means, this is a rock-solid, well-put-together, and sometimes pretty dynamic thriller in terms of like filmmaking standard. Has some good performances from these actors who are certainly not big names, but it all really gets you to a point where it hits, and it's engaging, it's interesting, and sure, it's a little messy narratively, it's not always put together. And sure, some of its budget constraints shine through a little bit. But in the end, this is a strong thriller, and if you're really into thrillers, this is definitely worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Crumb Catcher. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.